I'm going to continue. I want to thank Ian Pepson and which has empowered this e-class or virtual class broadcasted by Times Television. I have already started chapter measurement. Now today I am going to continue the remaining portion of measurement, and I will finish today it. I will provide you homework, and I will also continue the vertebrates, one of the chapter in biology, and this is for the class 7 and 8. This is for the class 7 and 8. Okay, so let us, I'm going to start one solar day. So listen, please listen. The time taken by the earth to complete one rotation about its own axis and the earth rotates from west to east. So here the second position of the earth, and here the shaded portion comes in front. So the time taken by the earth to complete one rotation about its own axis, that we call one solar day. And as we know, the earth is revolving around the sun. So sometimes the earth goes closer to the sun and sometimes it goes farther from the sun, because we know the earth is revolving around the sun in elliptical path. So the length of solar day changes or varies from place to place or position of the earth according to the position of the earth. Now zenith, the point in a space above the observer's head, that we call zenith. Now I have done I have shown two zenith. So the time taken by the sun to return to the zenith from the similar corresponding previous zenith, that we call one mean solar day. And one mean solar day equal to 24 hours. And 24 hours into 60 it will comes in second. So it will becomes equal to 86,400 second. 86,400 seconds. Now, one mean solar day. I have defined one mean solar day. Now, I am going to define 1 month. The time taken by the moon to complete one revolution around the earth, that we call 1 month. And 1 month equal to 30 days. 30 days, or 30 days will be changed will be multiplied by 24 into 60 into 60, and it will becomes equal to 2,59,200 second. Then 1 year, the time taken by the earth to complete one revolution around the sun, that we call 1 year. And 1 year equal to 365 days. 365 days, or 365 into 24 into 60 into 60, it will becomes equal to 3 crore 15 lakhs 36,100 second. So now you have understood one month and 1 year, one mean solar day, what is zenith, Now I'm going to continue it. 1 hour. 1 hour, that will be 1 by 24th fourth part of a mean solar day, of a mean day solar day, and 1 minute, that will be equal to 1440th part of one mean solar day. So you have understood the definition of these terms. Now I am going to start one standard meter. It is defined as the distance containing 16 lakhs 50,763.73 wavelength of orange light emitted by pure krypton 86. Now there will be 1 kg. It is defined as the mass of platinum iridium cylinder. प्लाटिनम र इरिडियम द्वारा बनेको सिलिन्डर जसको डायमिटर हाइट को बराबर हुन्छ र त्यसलाई अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय नापतोल विभागमा पेरिसमा राखिएको छ, त्यसलाई 1 kg भनिन्छ. It is defined as the mass of platinum iridium cylinder which has been kept in International Bureau of Weight and Measure in Paris, that we call 1 standard kg. In practice, we call the mass of 1 liter of water at 4 degrees Celsius, that we also call 1 kg. On atomic scale, it is equivalent to 5.0188 into 10 to the power 5 atoms of C612 carbon. C612 is an isotope of a carbon, so it is equivalent to 1 kg. Now 1 standard second. A cesium-133 atom emits electromagnetic radiation of several wavelengths. Several types of electromagnetic radiation is emitted by cesium atom. So a particular radiation is selected for the transition between 2 hyperfine levels in the ground state in cesium atom. So a particular transition is selected in which the time duration, that is 9 arab 19 crore 26 lakh 31,770. This is the total number of vibration made by the cesium atom. So this number of variation, 9 arab 19 crore 26 lakh 31,770 times vibration made by the cesium 133 atom is called 1 second. So now you have understood 1 standard meter, 1 standard kg, 1 standard second. Now I am going to describe about some watches. You have heard the four types of watches. Lead quartz watch, the quartz watch in which the time is measured from the oscillation period of quartz crystal. So it is called quartz watch. It gives a more accurate time. Now then there will be electronic watch, the watch in which time is measured from the oscillation period of electrons, that we call electronic watch, or mechanical watch, or it is also called pendulum watch, because the watch in which time is measured from the oscillation period of pendulum, that we call, that's why it is called, the mechanical watch is also called pendulum watch. Now the last one, that is atomic watch. An atomic watch, in the atomic watch there is the time period is measured from the electromagnetic radiation or emission emitted by cesium-133 atom. Now I have completed the measurement. Now I am going to tell you some homework, and I am going to dictate from here, and you have to listen. You have to listen. Define the homework. That will be, homework will be the first one. Define non-physical quantities. Non-physical quantities, and give three examples of non-physical quantity. Second one question, can we measure the length of piece of cloth in kilogram, and mass of sugar in meter. If not, give reason. And the third one question, a mechanical watch is also called pendulum watch. Why? And the fourth one, write two differences between a length and an area. These are the question, and I will discuss the answer of all these questions by the tomorrow. And now I am going to proceed the another chapter. From the biology, I have taken the chapter from the biology, and name of that chapter is vertebrates. So have you written this? All these homework? Now I am going to rub it, and I am going to start. So you have understood, you have heard notochord, spinal cord, and vertebral column. column. The organism which contains notochord, spinal cord, vertebral column, or also called backbone, present in the body, that we call vertebrates. Now I am going to explain you in what condition and what are the characteristics of vertebrate. Vertebrate, in the case of vertebrate, notochord is replaced by vertebrae. The collection of vertebrae as a whole in our body, that we call vertebral column or backbone. So the organism which comes under these groups, that we call vertebrates. Now the secondary point, their brain is enclosed inside the skeletal case, that we call cranium. So another name is given to these animals, that we call craniata. We call it, vertebrates are also called craniate. Now the third point, in the case of vertebrates, their skin is made up of two layers, that is epidermis and dermis. Body is made up of head, trunk, and postanal tail. In some cases, just like in human being, tail is absent. And then other points, their circulatory system is closed type. That means blood flows through arteries, veins, and capillaries. Their blood is red in color and hemoglobin is present in RBC. Now another point, from here to the waist level, this we call trunk. From here at the bottom of the neck to the waist level, this we call neck. From the neck, one lateral appendages, it becomes one pair, and this one becomes one pair. So from the trunk, two pairs of lateral appendages arise from the body in the case of vertebrates. In some cases, it may be reduced or it may be rudimentary. Now another characteristics, vertebrates. In case of vertebrates, they have endocrine system which secrete hormone to regulate the body function. Vertebrates are unisexual or dioecious. Dioecious. You have heard the name of these words. Dioecious. That means male and female reproductive organs are present in the two different bodies. That's why we are calling them vertebrates are unisexual and dioecious. Now, so these are the characteristics of vertebrate. And in case of vertebrate, some vertebrate has 8 or 10 pairs of cranial nerves. Some vertebrates have 10 pairs of cranial nerves. Some vertebrates have 12 pair of cranial nerves. You have understood this thing. Now, vertebrates can be classified. Vertebrates can be classified in this way. Vertebrates, it comes into one division that we call agnatha, and another division that we call gnathostomata, stomata. In this, the class, there is cyclostomata, and it has two superclass. One is pieces, जसमा माछा पर्छन् र अदर सुपर क्लास that is tetrapoda. Tetra means 4 and podos means feet, so they have 4 feet. Now in the superclass species there will be two class chondric thighs, and second class that will be ostrich thighs, and in this class amphibia, reptiles, apes, and mammals. So now I am going to start from the Agnatha, that means jawless vertebrate. The vertebrate which don't have jaw. This is called lower jaw and this is called upper jaw. So jaw, there is no jaw in the case of Agnatha. Notochord is replaced by vertebral column, but in most of the cases notochord persists throughout their life. Now notochord present or persist throughout their life. The third one, paired appendages, one pair and the below one pair, hands and feet, this may be absent, and single nostril is present, and internal ear contains one or two semicircular canal. I hope you have studied. In the case of ear there are three parts: external ear, middle ear, internal ear. Inside the internal ear there are three parts: vestibule, semicircular canal, and cochlea. So in the case of Agnatha, the internal ear contains one or two semicircular canal. As we have known, semicircular canal helps to balance the body, and it makes the body in equilibrium, and it is responsible for the maintenance of posture of the body of organism. Now in the case of Agnatha there is class cyclostomata. The meaning of this word cyclostomata, this word has been made up of two subwords. Cyclo means round and stoma means mouth. The members of cyclostomata, they are parasites. And they are usually marine. Some are fresh, some are living in fresh water also. Some are living in river also, pond also, lake also. These are also called, on the basis of their feeding nature, they are sanguivorous. They are blood eater. And in the case of cyclostomata, the organism which comes in this, their brain is differentiated and contains either 8 or 10 cranial nerves. Circulatory system is close tight, and hemoglobin is oval, RBC is oval, biconvex and nucleated, and they have single and median nostril. So these are the characteristics of cyclostomata. In the cyclostomata, you have heard the name of petromyzon and myxine. In the case of, now I am going to proceed the Pisces. Pisces is as a superclass. In the case of Pisces, their body is streamlined. What is the reason behind this? Why all the Pisces have a streamlined body? Actually, the reason is they have streamlined body because they have to reduce they have to reduce the water resistance, and that's why their body is streamlined. Their body is streamlined. Now, so and in the case of fishes, their body is covered by waterproof scales. Actually, what is the reason behind this? Why their body have been covered by waterproof scales? Because waterproof scale prevents rotting and decaying of their body inside water.